All right, y'all. Welcome if you have made it to this video or this video has made it to you as I record. It is Saturday, or excuse me, it's Friday. Damn. Right? Friday, October 11 in the year 24. And it's A to Z, local Arizona decodes. I am in Mesa, Arizona. And let me get you this story. Suspect faces murder charge after woman shot to death at Mesa bus stop. A lot of tragedy with women lately in the news. Mothers, if you're talking like celebrity, a lot of, tragedy with mothers out there. Everything in the world's gonna balance, okay? And like history repeats, but it's more so the balance, right? And not everything's like that, right? But it's really like that, okay? So, suspect faces murder charge again after woman shot to death at a Mesa bus stop.
It was very scary. We spoke to several people in this shopping center right across the street from where it happened on McKellips and Center in Mesa. Now, we weren't able to track down some security and surveillance footage for you, but unfortunately did not want us to show it on air. But we were able to see a man approach this bus stop right behind me with a large rifle. He fired several shots at a woman, hitting and killing her before turning around and getting in a car that drove away. I also spoke with a witness named Daniel who was heading to the tire shop right across the street from where the shooting took place. He says he heard the shots.
The way they said that, right? I spoke to a witness named Daniel who was headed to the tire shop.
Initially thought they were only backfires from the bus. When he turned around, he says he was horrified to see a man with a large gun shooting at a woman.
In that moment, I thought more than anything about protecting myself, my integrity, and then what is happening? It's 7:30, and seeing a person shooting in the morning when several of us are heading to our jobs, well, it just makes you think.
A detective with Mesa Police says thanks to witness information and cameras from their real-time crime center, officers were able to locate the suspect within minutes, just about a mile away. DPS troopers tracked the suspect.
Have y'all ever heard of, there was an album by the Police called Synchronicity, right? And there was a song called Murder by Numbers, which is an interesting song if you want to check it out. But I'm not denying that this happened, of course, right? But sometimes I think that somebody makes sure this stuff happens in certain locations, certain times, certain dates, and then it goes back to the thing I talked about with balance. Okay? And they make things balance and it keeps the world the same, so the world never advances, right? It may like one step forward, one step back, two steps forward, two steps back. In the end, people grow older, they pass, right? They're gone, they're not around to maybe see it happen again, possibly, right? And if they want to kind of share the information with younger people, if we want to connect all different generations, then there's going to be the divide, which is programmed into people. Oh, you're just an old head or whatever, right? Or, oh, you're just a young punk. And then that's a whole nother battle. Okay, so let me finish the clip.
Car and detained two men inside, but only one is believed to be involved. They were able to arrest that man without any incident. Now, right now, officers are in the process of determining if the victim and the suspect knew each other, if they knew each other, what their relationship was. We don't have either of their identities, but as soon as we get that information, we'll be sure to update you both on air and online. Reporting live tonight in Mesa, I'm Sarah Robinson for Arizona's Family. Guys.
All right. And a lot of fear as well, right? Of going to the bus stop, maybe. And if it's not this, then you get the heat to deal with here in Arizona.
It was very scary.
Okay, so officers arrived to find the victim, later identified as 52-year-old Michelle Flippin, unresponsive. She then died at the scene. You see the victim here. You see the suspect faces murder charge after woman shot to death at Mesa bus stop. Flippin equals 46, like shot. And sacrifice also does equal 46. Flippin, the last name, interesting name. 107 like shooting. 35 like shooter. We'll get into the suspect's name here shortly. So, suspect faces murder charge. Now, murder charge equals 203 and 68, just like Phoenix, Arizona. And, Mesa, just outside of Tempe, and one of the best suburbs in Phoenix for families. If you're on the outside looking in, you may not have heard of Mesa, Arizona. Big city here. But you definitely are going to associate Phoenix with Arizona, right? So you see the 203 and the 68, and reverse the alphabet in this code, and reduction, where you just make you reduce all the double digits, right? Going in reverse with the alphabet, Q would be the 10th letter and beyond. 1 plus 0 is 1. And so on. And you add up the single digits. You get 68, Phoenix, Arizona, just like murder charge. And again, Z is 1, A is 26. You get 203. And we just use the 4. Also forwards with the language, and just reduce the same way, but with the alphabet forwards. Gematinator 85 calculator, if y'all wanted to utilize that, right? It does it for you. And in my eyes, the numbers don't lie, and the patterns. And even if we did determine, okay, it's just the way the numbers are with the 26 letters and with all the words, and the words that we have, it just balances like that. Again, we could say that. Well, then that brings up a whole nother topic that we could talk about, that. And how come we weren't, other than the clues hinting at it, like the song I mentioned, Murder by Numbers, they had that movie as well. Then we could talk about that, right? How come we weren't maybe in school? That would have been interesting if there was a class based on that, right? Other than just like basic, your math, right? Uh, they call this like gematria. That would have been an interesting class. But again, they only like to push people synced up with that religion to the forefront of this, especially on YouTube. But it is what it is. My name is Matthew, like math, and I guess I'm born to do this one way or another. Now, I am a mixed race, and there are people who have a problem with that out there. I have an Irish, Canadian, Hispanic background. My mother's white. Again, half of my family from Canada. I get that ticks some people off that I'm doing this. Hey, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But look at that. Mesa equals 38 in the code. Murder, death, RIP, killing all equal 38. Morgue equals 83. You see it right there? Morgue equals 83. And again, you see murder 83. and 38, right? So, I mean, what do you think about that? Right? And we get this murder charge. Let me go over here. Let me check something. I'm going to check something real quick. Again, shout out to y'all. It's A to Z decodes, local Arizona, right? Okay, so now that I checked that, all right, so we're back over here. So you see RIP's got 25, death 25, even just like Mesa 25 as we approach the year 25. Okay, so here's the Mesa police received several 911 calls around 7:30 a.m. about a man who has since been identified as Andrew Rada, Rada. May not know how to pronounce it. I know how to spell it. Okay, check it out. His name equals 44. In the code, age 44. This is a shooting and a kill. Shooting and kill both equal 44. Shooter equals 37, like shooting. Okay? And look at around 7:30 a.m. So like 73, right? You see 73 is the reverse of 37, with shooter and shooting equaling 37. Now focus again on the 7:30 a.m. You heard the guy in the video, right? Like, oh, just trying to go to work, whatever the exact quote, wasn't expecting to see this shooting at 7:30 a.m. Okay? When I go to the calculator, I already know, but I want you all to see this on the fly. Sacrifice equals 73. And look at the 170, which is like 17, right? With no zero. Kill equals 17. And you see that 44 that I just showed you, just to show you how this stuff connects. Okay, so back over here again, A to Z Arizona local decodes. What are going to be the odds? The name equals 44, along with kill and shooting, and then he's age 44. I mean, come on. You know what's amazing? Everything, even if it's a local news trending story or mainstream, it's all aligned. The live we just did overnight, well, towards the end of the night last night, there was 40. It was a 44 fest, and that was a mainstream story with Jay-Z, Beyonce, Jaguar Wright, Cat Williams, Piers Morgan. It was a 44 fest. I think it was the most number that was connected with that story. Okay, we had 44s, 404, Jay-Z, Beyonce, born on the 4th, married on 4/4, and so on and so on and so on. So firing a rifle here in the parking lot of a Arco gas station near McKellips Road and Center. Look, McKellips. You see? McKellips. You see that right there? Again, it's all in the language, right? Kell, McKellips. You see that? You just get the E, but sound it out, right? Again, I don't, with the name equaling 44, age 44, with all these 44s, to me, that kind of puts it over the top here as undeniable. And who knows who this guy is, right? Who knows if he's really going to be processed and booked, even no matter what they say. Okay. And I believe that these things happen, they have to keep the balance, like I stated, right? And Arco gas station in Arizona, you see the AR. A lot of that's the language, right? Okay, so we can go forward here. And his name, Andrew Rada, or Rada, I mean, I don't know, I may say it different ways. Look at 89 and 64. Shooter equals 89. Kill equals 64. All right. Authorities in Mesa have identified a man facing a first-degree murder charge after allegedly shooting a woman to death at a bus stop early Tuesday morning. We may look at the article here shortly. I didn't see anything in doing the research as to if the suspect gave any reason. As far as the code and how this was just bound to happen, I guess, sympathy with the victim and the family, that could be besides the point at this moment, right? Because we don't want to get distracted on away from why is this happening and why is it happening by number connections and patterns, right? But so maybe we'll probably go scan the article a little bit more, but we have our bulk of our information here. Authorities in Mesa have identified a man facing a first-degree murder charge, and it says after allegedly shooting a woman to death. Now, isn't that strange? Okay, because I guess maybe they have to put it like that. Maybe because of he's got the right, innocent till proven guilty, maybe. But I mean, he did it or he didn't do it, right? I mean, why we don't got to be so careful with our words, okay? And again, I back up what I speak on here. If you want to say, okay, he's giving his opinion, this code that we speak of, first degree murder charge equals 129. And this takes place 129 days before Arizona's birthday. Okay? Shout out Richard West. I'm probably going to link him to this story now. We're here we go again. 128 days in between the two dates. And it's just amazing. My last name's O'Connor. Okay? And Sandra Day, or not Sandra Day, Sinead O'Connor. Sympathy with that death. She died on Richard West's birthday, but she's born on 128, December 8th. So there's more to these numbers. There's a link. I don't think it's on this channel, but you can hit me up on Instagram. Check the Daily Decodes 812 channel here on YouTube. You can find that if you search, hopefully. I'm not sure if it's all linked on this channel, but you can hit me up on Instagram and message if you want to know more. You can drop it in the comments. We can link up anybody out there if you want to know more. This isn't a joke, and it's definitely not entertaining. I mean, you can laugh at me if you want. To me, it is interesting, intriguing, and amazing, even though we have to speak about death a lot. What would be the odds again? But again, you can hit me up if you want to know more, right? Because I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't for sure with these patterns. And it's not my opinion because you see it with your own two eyes. Reduction, first degree murder charge, 129 days before the Arizona birthday. And this takes place Tuesday, October 8th. My birthday's 8/18/81. I'm out here. I'm in Mesa. 18 always lands here in Arizona. The Valley of the sun equals 18. All right? And you see 10/8, 108 is like 18. Okay? And Arizona's got that Valentine Day birthday on the 14th. Dead equals 14 in two ciphers. I'm just saying, okay? And what do you know? Woman shot and killed at Mesa bus stop. And it's, look, police say The suspect fired several shots from a rifle before leaving. Well, this happens on the day leaving 84 days in the year. Arizona equals 84. Arizona's the 48th state admitted to the union, right? Again, sympathy with this victim. We don't even know if they're real people. We don't know if they're what side these people could be on. I don't know if anybody could be able to prove any of it, right? We don't know. They talk about AI a lot. You know, let's just let me just give an example. Maybe this character, it works for the police department and they're just kind of going along with the story. You see what I'm saying? Or again, we mentioned sacrifice earlier, and I'm not ruling out obviously that it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But this stuff is happening for a reason, y'all. And let's not forget, um with the woman thing that I was mentioning, with a lot of the tragedy that's been going on. I remember recently what Whitney Houston's mom died. Okay? And didn't something happen with Mariah Carey possibly too, with a mom and a sister? Um, so a lot of that stuff's happening. We know female and women, they're connecting to the year 24, and I think in the code as well. 24. Remember, like Taylor Swift is kind of ruling the world. Um, we're what's about to happen next month? Uh, maybe KAMALAHARRIS. You know, we may have a female prez, right? Think about it. But again, the stuff's happening. Arizona's birthday, I mentioned Valentine's Day. Okay? Look at this, the upcoming February 14, the 45th day of the year, woman shot to death at Mesa bus stop. Shot to death equals 45 in the code. And also, we can go over here. Ritual equals 45. And I spoke of that 18. Sun equals 18, right? You see? And this happened on the 8th day of the 10th month, 810. Cancel out that 0, you get the 81. Let me just put this in real quick. I'm just curious. Look at that. Ritual sacrifice equals 73. And this happened at 7:30 a.m. And look at the 107 ritual sacrifice. Wow. And remember, just sacrifice equals 73. But look at ritual sacrifice equals 107, just like shooting. And again, you see that 44 and that 37, y'all. Right there. Okay? And the character, the suspect, Andrew Rada, he's 44. We went over that. 45th year of life. He's in his 45th year of life. Because you're born year 0, you live a whole year, and then you turn 1. But technically, it's your second year of life. So he's in his 45th year of life. And these numbers just seem to pop up with Arizona. And this is going to happen locally where you're at, and it's going to be another, how many ever sets of numbers, right? And again, we can talk about what's going on with the numbers and the language. Rada. Okay, check it out. This takes place in the parking lot of an Arco gas station. Remember, AR, Arco, ARCO, Arizona, AR, right? Near McKellips Road and Center Street. Arco gas station, look at that. All four of the ciphers being utilized. Arco gas station 162 forwards, shot to death. In reverse equals 162. The reduction ciphers in there. Arco gas station 54, shot to death equals 54. Again, you can check out the Gematrinator 85 calculator. None of it's an opinion. 54 is that 45 reversed, right? 40, look at it, left to right, 45. Right to left, 45. Okay? Police received several 911 calls around 7:30 about a man who has since been identified as Andrew Rada. I'm going to go check out the article real quick. And just see, are they going to give us any kind of reason of a motive here? Okay, let me see. Officers arrived, later identified the 52-year-old Michelle Flippin, unresponsive. She then died at the scene. Authorities say Rada drove off in a dark red-colored Ram truck. That'll be coming up. Was found near Country Club Drive in McKellips, about a half mile from the scene. Police stopped the car as it was getting onto the Loop 202, detained Rada and an unnamed passenger. However, the passenger was wanted in connection to a felony warrant unrelated to the shooting. We believe that we have both the people, and again, believe, remember, lie in the middle, and the police say this is what happened. So technically there's no lying if we're going to go that route, because that's what they said happened. Okay, you see, they believe they got the people they're looking for. You understand? So they're not really lying if there was some kind of deception going on here. They're not lying because this is what they say and what they believe. Okay? And we are not looking for anybody else right now. You see that? We don't feel, because everything's just based on how they feel, right? You understand? It's just based on how they feel, right? And, not like this is a serious incident. And that's just kind of how that's coming off, okay? They don't feel like there is any other threat to the community going on at this time. Mesa Police Detective Richard Encinas said the department credits its real-time crime center for being able to locate the suspects quickly. Witnesses in the area say they were shaken up by the violence. Okay? And I'm just talking about some quotes from some quotes here from some people. Police say Rada and Flippin didn't know each other. However, they confirmed it was an isolated incident. During an interview with detectives, Rada reportedly admitted to being involved with the shooting, claiming that Flippin had been waving around a gun, but investigators say she wasn't armed. Now he is booked into jail. Okay, now let's go back over here. So, and she's 52. Remember we had 25s earlier with those murder numbers that we looked at, right? So, back to the slides here, and shout out to y'all again, A to Z Arizona Decodes. Look at in the parking lot of an Arco gas station near McKellips Road and Center. I put McKellips Road and Center Street. That's exactly how they put it in the calculator. Forwards. A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. D is 4, E is 5. Run it to Z26. Apply it. McKellips Road and Center Street equals 309, like 39, like Arizona equals 39. Arizona also equals 42. This happens on a 42 date numerology. 10, 8, 24. Okay? Tuesday morning added up with the date. 42 date numerology. Okay, y'all? Man. And if you think I'm stretching, look at 2816 East McKellips Road, Arco gas station. You see it right there. Overall rating on Google 3.9 stars out of 5. Okay, with the 309 like 39 right there, Arizona 39. And I just caught something else. Oh my God. 2816 East McKellips Road, kind of like Kill. What's 28 plus 16? 44. Remember the killer, age 44. His name equals 44. Kill equals 44. Shooting equals 44. 28. This is how I do it. Look, so say you take 28 and just add it to 20 because that's simple. You get 48 and then minus the 4 to make up to get it to the 16. So 28, 16, 28 plus 16 is 44, y'all. OMG. Right? So we can do this on the fly as well. And look at the dialing code right there. 480. Okay? Remember, Arizona's the 48th state and Arizona equals 84. And look, 830, 8768. Remember, murder and morgue equal 83. So it's like you get McKellips, kind of like Kill. 28 plus 16, 44. Arco, AR. You see it right there? Arizona, AR. Wow. Wow. Look at that, man. Woman, alien. Oh, authorities say Rada drove off in a dark red colored Ram truck. Ram truck equals 105 like Arizona. 33 in the same reduction cipher right there as Mesa bus stop. And 105 is like 15. A 15 date numerology. 10, 8, 24, which would be the year 24. October 8, 10th month, 8th day. Add up the single digits, 15, y'all. Drove off in a dark, and that's just an example of a dark red colored Ram truck. I'm not saying that's the vehicle involved. Okay, just saying. Wow. But was found near Country Club. C is the third letter of the alphabet. CC 33, Country Club, Mesa bus stop equals 33 like Ram truck. Good God Almighty. About a half mile from the scene.
Thanks so much for joining us. Fox 10 News at noon. One woman dead this afternoon following a shooting happened at McKellips and Center in Mesa.
Yeah, police say 2 suspects have now been detained. Fox 10's Irene Snyder has the very latest details from the scene.
Well, good afternoon. Police have confirmed that one woman is dead following the shooting that happened here at Center and McKellips here in Mesa. Now, police say they got several 911 calls around 7:30 this morning. Several people saying that they heard shots fire in the parking lot of the Arco gas station here. They're not sure where exactly this person was firing, but they said it was in a southern direction here on McKellips. There was a bus nearby. They weren't sure if he was firing at the bus or some other spot or where exactly this person was targeting, but they say he did have a rifle that again was going in a southern direction south on McKellips. Now the bus took off, and when the bus took off, people found a woman that was on the ground right next to the bus stop. When police got here, they said she died on scene. They did try and help her, but she was found dead on scene. The suspect took off speeding westbound. Police caught up to them on the 202 freeway. Two men were in that car and both now detained without incident. Here's what police had to say about what happened here this morning.
We have a very good idea of what occurred right now because we did have some great witnesses who provided that detail right away. But as far as the relationship between the victim and the suspect, we just don't know yet.
And at this point, police say they're not sure whether this woman was targeted or if it was a random incident. But what they do know is they believe they have all the suspects detained at this point, and there is no further threat to the public. They do believe this was an isolated incident. Reporting in Mesa, I'm Irene Snyder, Fox 10 News.
Thanks so much for joining us, Fox 10 News.
Had to cut the mic off real quick. Okay, I want to enter a couple more things just real quick in the calculator. Just see if I think of something else real quick. Let me put bus. Look at bus 42 and 39. Just like Arizona. See? And we had 39 and 42. And there, look, all of those came into play. Right there. And remember Arizona, the 48th state. Damn, right? Damn. I mean, I think we got it. Gas station. Gas equals 18. And this happened on 10/8, like 18. Remember Arizona's birthday, 45, the 45th day? And then we had 254s in the D code. Excuse me, keep coughing. You see, we had 54s and Valentine's Day, Arizona's birthday, the 45th day. Let's put gas station. 145. Wow, and we might have had a 125 on the fly. Look, ritual sacrifice had that 251 right there. And there it is, ritual 45, gas station 145. Look, gas station has 64 like kill right there. See, 64 like kill. Man. And there's probably more there, but that'll do it, right? That'll be the thumbnail right there. Okay. So, I mean, what would be the odds? We could just go back like this. Man, with that overall rating, come on. 28 plus 16, 44. We don't know if it could be anybody, and I'm not saying it didn't happen. Let's say it happened and it just all landed like that. First degree murder charge 129, 129 days before Arizona's birthday. Okay, and it's like I know it's going to land like that. But again, let's just say it all happened, it's all organic. Okay, well, we need some kind of explanation on this number system and how, you get all these, every word almost has all multiple meanings. It's all deception, right? And there's the 54s again, Arco gas station 54, shot to death 54, and then the 45s. Again, shout out Richard West with that 128 days right here, in between Tuesday morning's shooting and Arizona's upcoming birthday, 128 days in between the two dates. There's that 89 again, too, that's been popping up a lot with females. Wow. Shooting 107, flipping 107. What was that other 107 we got on the fly? Ritual sacrifice 107. So, suspect faces murder charge after woman shot to death at Mesa bus stop, y'all. Okay, so I appreciate anybody, you if you tune in and watch this. A to Z decodes, local Arizona. I mean, this is about what? This is about what? I don't know, 10, 12 miles from me, maybe, roughly, or maybe a couple more miles on top of that. Again, I'm out here in Mesa. This is going down wherever you're at locally. If anybody wants to drop a comment with a trending local story wherever you're at, as long as it's trending, give me the story, give me some info to where I can find it online. I'll do the breakdown. I'll link you, whatever it takes to show y'all that everything's operated on this code. Letters equivalent to numbers, patterns. And it's not just about that, but it's definitely about the patterns, the language, the addresses, the phone numbers. A lot of stuff that you do is numbers. From the day you're born, numbers, numbers, numbers. Suspect faces murder charge again after woman shot to death at Mesa bus stop. Appreciate y'all. There's always more, but I leave you with that. Again, if you like, then subscribe. And I guess they say it doesn't hurt to hit the like button. That's all I ask. I mean, I really just want you to view it, share it. Sharing it with somebody new, that could be risky. But if you're into this stuff, you probably know about that. And you probably ain't scared. It can be lonely doing this. It's got to be done. This is my calling, I guess. But yeah, sharing it with new people always helps as well. Appreciate y'all. Sympathy with the tragedy. So the police say this is what happened. Until next time, okay?